Why Michelle Obama said no to having a third baby with Barack Obama. Michelle Obama shared insight into her and President Barack Obama's decision not to expand their family after welcoming daughters Malia Obama and Sasha Obama. Kylie Kelsey is throwing a flag on the play. In response to one user's criticism of her recent podcast episode with former First Lady Michelle Obama, the Not Gonna Lie host shut the door to any followers wanting to criticize her guests. "Hi Dana, we actually don't do this here," Kylie replied after a user posted a throwing up emoji under a podcast clip on Instagram March 20th. "If you have nothing nice to say, just keep scrolling." And though some listeners may not have put the Not Gonna Lie episode at the top of their queue, Kylie, who shares daughters Wyatt, 5, Elliot, 3, and Bennett, 2, with husband Jason Kelsey, was pinching herself over the opportunity to speak with Barack Obama's wife, who she sees as an inspiration. "I'm not going to lie, Mrs. Obama. This is a pretty surreal moment for me," Kylie said on the March 20 episode of Not Gonna Lie. "I have always been such a fan of the way you carry yourself." She added, "At 18 was the first election that I was able to vote for your husband. But seeing you as a powerful figure alongside him as a partner was such an outstanding image of female empowerment. On working hard for your dreams." Barack Obama and I were raised with so many of the same values, like you work hard for what you want in life, that your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do, that you treat people with dignity and respect, even if you don't know them, and even if you don't agree with them, she said at the 2008 Democratic National Convention. And Barack and I set out to build lives guided by these values and to pass them on to the next generation, because we want our children, and all children in this nation, to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them. In her 2018 memoir, Becoming, Obama wrote about a call and response she'd learned in high school. "Confidence, I'd learned then, sometimes needs to be called from within," she noted. "I've repeated the same words to myself many times now, through many climbs. Am I good enough? Yes, I am." On rising above negativity. "When someone is cruel or acts like a bully, you don't stoop to their level," Obama said during her speech at the 2016 Democratic National Convention. "No. Our motto is when they go low, we go high." On expectations. While giving her 2015 Tuskegee University commencement address, she said, "I have learned that as long as I hold fast to my beliefs and values and follow my own moral compass, then the only expectations I need to live up to are my own." On using your voice. There's power in allowing yourself to be known and heard in owning your unique story, in using your authentic voice, she wrote at the end of Becoming. And there's grace in being willing to know and hear others. This, for me, is how we become. On staying true to yourself. One of the lessons that I grew up with was to always stay true to yourself and never let what somebody else says distract you from your goals, Obama said during a 2008 interview with Marie Claire. And so when I hear about negative and false attacks, I really don't invest any energy in them because I know who I am. On driving change. You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all the world's problems all at once, Obama said during her 2011 keynote address at the Young African Women Leaders Forum. But don't ever underestimate the impact you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious, and hope can take on a life of its own. On embracing new experiences. Asked by Meghan Markle, the advice she gives daughters, Malia Obama and Sasha Obama, the former First Lady, explained, "Don't just check the boxes you think you're supposed to check. I tell them that I hope they'll keep trying on new experiences until they find what feels right." On finding your passion. Job titles shouldn't matter. What I learned was none of that has to do necessarily with who I am. Obama said in a 2018 panel with Penguins Books UK, "Not what I want to be." Instead, Obama encourages you to think big. What do you care about? How do you want to invest your time? What brings your joy and what makes you sad? We don't teach that in school, she continued, but I learned to try and find that for me and turn that passion into my career. Once she did that, her life changed for the best. Why? Because I started asking myself that one simple question, not what did I want to be, but who did I want to be? She said, later adding, if you're starting to think, what kind of work will bring you joy? Because if you find that, you're going to do well at it and everything else will fall into place. And it did for me.